today. I would suggest that everybody sit back, relax, have pen and paper handy. I know there's some amazing things that are going to be talked about. Glad to see you all. I don't want to start reading names because there's too many here. We're approaching the 500 mark very shortly, and got an incredible array of things to cover. So without any further ado, I'm going to, let's see, I have to share the screen or actually bring on, is Mike, there's Mike. I'm going to bring on Melanie. Hang tight, Mel. You can make your co-host. There's Ray. Ray's in the house. Good to see you, Ray.
Hey, Ed, it's Raquel. I can be co-host too.
Okay, awesome.
Speakers of yours.
Yours. Well, Ray's first. I mean, go to Ray first.
Do we have to change speaker?
Okay, we got your mic is open. Mel, you are in the house. I'm going to add Ray now and Raquel. Ray, make co-host, Raquel. Okay, I'm not the tech guy, but I do my best. Let's see. Raquel, you are now co-host. Ray's in the house, Melanie's in the house, Mike's in the house. We are ready to get started.
You need to go down.
Yeah, we got a little echo there, so somebody has to mute.
All right. Can you hear me okay, Ed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All righty. Well, I want to welcome everyone. Good morning to the West Coast. Good afternoon, good evening to people around the world. I know we have a pack call this Saturday, so congratulations for everyone to being on time. We're going to get right into it. This is going to be an awesome owners meeting, if you will. And before we get started, before we bring on one of our fearless leaders, our attorneys are always asking us to do a little housekeeping. So we have to bring up the disclaimer. I'm going to read a quick disclaimer for everyone before we get started.
If you go share screen, if you want to do that.
Oh,
if you have it pulled up.
Yeah, go on. Go on it. All right. All righty. So we have a copyright disclaimer. All right. The information provided does not constitute financial advice, investment recommendations, or an endorsement of any investment strategy. Investments involve risks, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct thorough research and seek the advice of a qualified financial professional before making investment decisions. Any reliance on the information provided is at your own risk. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information and disclaim any liability for any direct or consequential loss arising from any use of this content. Remember that all investments carry risk, and you should be aware of your risk tolerance and financial situation before making investment decisions. The contents of this video, including but not limited to text, images, audio, and video clips, are protected under copyright law and are the property of Miracle Cash and More. Any unauthorized reproduction, redistribution, or modification of the content without prior written consent from Miracle Cash and More is strictly prohibited. This video is intended for personal viewing only and may not be used for commercial purposes without express permission. Miracle Cash and More reserves all rights to take legal action against individuals or entities found to be in violation of this copyright disclaimer. Well, now that those two are out of the way, we're going to go over some powerful information. If I were you, I'd be taking copious notes. We're going to get right into it. A lot of you know him, and some of you don't. Maybe you invested with us, and life went on, and now you got a phone call saying, hey, things are happening, come on board, get plugged in. So let me welcome our founder of Cashflow, Mr. Micah Thaird.
All right, thank you so much. I'm gonna turn my speaker on and good to be here, everybody. Good Saturday morning, or it could be a good Saturday afternoon or even evening, depending on where you are in the world. We're very delighted to have you here with us today. We've been working and we've been working very hard over the last few weeks. There's a lot that has been going on with Miracle. We've had a ton of technology released to everyone. We've presented some amazing business deals that we've closed. We have another one coming this week. So today is going to be me really going through, first of all, so that you can understand Phoenix token. The Phoenix token is sort of if you were to say that all of these assets and different departments of Miracle are the organs in a body, then Phoenix is the blood. And when Phoenix has a price trending upward, then everyone who's part of this project, having purchased something from us at some point, you at that point became an owner of the Miracle Company. The Miracle Company is now, from the beginning that we started, has grown tremendously. And I've talked about a few different things that could be a parallel between us and companies that have had success in the past. I told the story about Google when they were very, very young, where Google was offered basically $1 million from Yahoo to be bought out by them. And Google countered with 5 million. I think it was 3 million offer. They countered with 5 million. And Yahoo, who also at the time was a search engine, was looking at Google and basically didn't recognize what they were looking at, even though they were experts in the field, because they themselves were a search engine. And then a year later, only a short year later, Yahoo came back to Google and offered them $3 billion. So in a year, the perceived value of Google increased by 1,000 times. So where they were at that particular time, Yahoo felt like they can go in and snap them up and own them for 3 million. And when Google countered with 5 million, Yahoo said, no, we don't see that you are worth 5 million. So we're not going to make that move. But only a year later, that company, in Yahoo's eyes, was worth $3 billion. That's the nature of technology. When Hakan was building his credit product, it was really about tying in banks and manufacturers and credit companies and sort of piecing together this new product. And for 2 years, he was setting it all up. And for 2 years, that product had 0 revenue, but it had a very genius utility or function. So when he ended up delivering that product to the company that it was intended for several companies, that company within the first 3 months, generated $1 billion in sales using that product. So we are in that environment. For the last 2 years, we've been building products. Well, let me rephrase that. Miracle Cash and More was launched in 2017. And ever since then, Miracle has been building not just products, but an ecosystem that has the infrastructure to change the world's financial profile, how we do business. And I'll get into this a little bit, but what that has produced for us now is contracts that you're not able to really get. It's the hardest thing in the world, and we're going to touch on that. But today is really about training. It's about you understanding more about what you own. The thing that I wanted to really get across today was that if we look at the shares that have been sold to all of you, us as a community, we own 33% of Miracle. We can estimate that in addition to the DCF that was done on the 6 countries in Europe, there's another $2 billion easily added to that valuation. And in that, the community as a whole is worth $1.5 billion. And what we have done, if you look at what we've accomplished as a community over the last 2.5 years, it is absolutely miraculous. It's a story that I think will be told about how we did this as a community in the future. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about really a token and digital currency, how to analyze cryptocurrency. What's the story of Phoenix? The current profile of Phoenix. What Phoenix will be after locking, and I'll explain what that is. Utilities of Phoenix, real world assets and partnerships. And there's a slide that says, if you can't build yourself, find someone who can. Miracle Pay Node Math, Miracle Pay Node Income Potential, and then we'll finish up with what is our destiny as a community together, as we have actually created something really remarkable. So let's talk a little bit about the story on Phoenix. Some of you have been here for a while, and a lot of you were involved in the very beginning where we started the Friends and Family Round. The Friends and Family Round had an initial price, and I'm including compression in here, but it really had an initial price of 0.002 when you add compression to it. Currently, Phoenix is sitting on the market trading at anywhere from 10 cents to 13 cents currently. That actually represents a 50 times profit, or 50 times more value of that particular price and purchase that was done. At the time, Phoenix was a utility token. It was a token that was really aimed to be used inside of the Miracle ecosystem. And it was a functional token similar to like a BNB. Then as we were evolving the company, we saw that there was additional value that we could wrap around a token, and we decided to actually include those real world assets in Phoenix instead of launching a second token for our project. So we ended up adding a tremendous amount of value to the token company and to the initial token buyers, the pre-sale buyers. Because we changed the profile of the token, we were advised that we should compress that token and take 20 tokens and make those 20 tokens one super token. So we ended up doing that, and that was in the fourth quarter of 2023. Then in the second quarter of 2024, we created an additional position for everyone, which was, it was designed to keep that 50 times higher price for all of our token holders and to be able to hold that value high. So we had, and this is me being in crypto for a while, I have countless of tokens that I bought in pre-sale. Most of them are worth less than they were when I bought them, because most projects actually don't do well. So I could go into my wallet and probably see 10 different tokens that I bought in pre-sale that are worth less than they were. So our strategy was, and because obviously we have our community here and we work together, we're almost like family now. Our whole strategy was, how can we keep a high value, a super, super profitable position for our pre-sale buyers, and also make sure that the token has a attractive opportunity for new buyers as we go into the market. And that strategy was to create a vesting schedule for everyone. And we're going to talk about what that means. A vesting schedule, but that vesting schedule and contract would be tied to an NFT. And that NFT could be sold at any point in time. So if somebody wanted short-term profit, they can do that by actually selling the entire vesting contract. And maybe they would be able to make, 5 times the money of their investment, 6 times, 7 times, whatever that number is, but a very, very attractive profit on a token when you compare to all of the projects that are out there, that most of them actually don't do well for the investors. Now we have what I would say is the project that is there for all of our owners. And I'd like to speak of that project as a project that we all own. The community controls and owns 33% of Miracle. So this project is our project. One of the things that I feel that we should now start to embrace is that it's not two bodies here. It's not company and community. It's one body. It's one body of owners of a company that is actually a miraculous, amazing company. And we have the, what do you say? We have the audacity to think that we can build one of the most powerful, profitable crypto companies in the world. And because we have that, we've come so incredibly far, and we're standing at the doorstep of our pre-planned and destined success. So let's talk about what a person would do to invest in a cryptocurrency in today's world. We've learned a lot about how tokenizing and how coins work. So it's about analyzing the project. When I buy a token, I'll look at, the first thing I look at, what's the market cap? I look at, okay, circulating supply, how many people are buying and selling this token on a daily basis, 24-hour volume. I look at FDV, which is fully diluted valuation. If I like what I see in this tokenomic side of things, I'll click through, I'll go to their website, I'll pull up the white paper, I'll look and see, well, what are these guys planning on doing? What is the value of this project? Why would people want this token? Price is there, liquidity, roadmap of what are they doing in the future that's going to make this project more exciting and more valuable. Study their social media, see what they're talking about in social media, see if they have any press. Also, of course, I'm looking at what is the market condition right now? Are we in a bull market or a bear market? Are people selling off their tokens to get out, or are they buying in to prepare for the upside of crypto, which is very exciting? I've been a holder of tokens that have increased in value by several 100%, and sometimes over 1,000% and more. Now, all of us who are in the Miami package, we're holding Phoenix at 5,000% increase. And we would like to not just keep that profit position, we want to increase that profit position. And today I'm going to talk about how we will do that. So now let's look at Phoenix Token's current profile. So here you see that if you go to CoinGecko, you can look at the token and they'll have the different categories of data here. Of course, at the top of this, you'll see Phoenix token 0.1022, so it's a little bit over 10 cents. Then when you come down a little bit, you see market cap and you see a line, and there's no data there. Then you see fully diluted valuation, 567,894,000. 24-hour trading volume, 781,000. Total supply, $5.555 billion. When you look at Avalanche, you'll see that all the data is there. You have the market cap at 10 billion. You have fully diluted valuation, 11 billion. 24-hour trading volume, 276 million. Circulating supply, 407 million. Total supply, 447 million. Max supply, 720 million. I pulled a coin that was somewhere around 700 in the ranking on CoinGecko. And you see a market cap of 21.8 million. You see a fully diluted valuation at 95.3 million. 24-hour trading volume of 408,000. Circulating supply at 343,000. Total supply, 1,500 million. So if we go back to look at Phoenix token, we see there's two gaps there. And we've been trading with those two gaps since we launched the token. We haven't had a market cap and we haven't had a circulating supply. For someone who's a serious investor looking at purchasing tokens for an upside, for a profit, looking at this is something that would deter a big percentage of people that are looking at our token. But yet, we have a $567 million market cap because if you don't have a market cap, And let me explain this. And now it gets a little bit more technical for those of you who have not had this experience before. A market capitalization is speaking to if you took all of the coins that are available, which would be coins that are sitting in wallets that people could send, or they can go to the market and sell. You take all of those coins and you multiply those coins by the circulating supply, by the price, sorry about that, circulating supply times price gives you market cap. That means that if you wanted to buy all of the coins, then you would pay the market cap, and that would give you all of the coins. So if you look at Avalanche, if you wanted to buy all of Avalanche coins, all of them, then you would have to pay $10 billion for all of Avalanche's coins. So it's all of the coins that are in circulation times the price gives you the market capitalization. And that's basically the value of the collection of the circulating supply. Now, if you're not advertising your market cap, then by default, fully diluted valuation becomes the market cap. What's really remarkable with our Phoenix token is that we've been able to have over $500 million market cap, and it's been as high as $1 billion with a somewhat low trading volume and no circulating supply advertised. And what that means is that the 5.55 billion coins could be sold today. Now, when you have that, you have a certain amount of risk as an investor, because someone could just actually go to the market and take all of the liquidity from the token, and it would be over at that point. So why do we not have a market cap? Why do we not have a circulating supply? Well, when we went public with our coin, we were working to create the token that would be perfect for what we were doing. And part of that was the vesting contract. And the vesting contract is a smart contract. It's built in code, and it's, I guess you could say it's a digital program where you can put your tokens into that digital program, and even if you wanted to access those tokens, you can't. The program doesn't allow you to access those coins. And so for someone who's an outside investor, they would know that even though you have 5.5 billion coins, once you lock the smart contract, you don't have access to the coins that you decide to lock. And so you don't have access to get those coins and go sell them on the market and take the money out of the coin, so to speak. Now, we are about to do that. So one thing I wanted to point out, when I look to buy a coin, and I like what the company is doing, and I think that they have a future, and I believe that there's going to be a success with that company, which means that there's going to be success with that particular token. So then I go, okay, if I buy this token now, and if you look at the Suku, for instance, this is just a random token that I pulled so that I can give an example of that. So I'm looking at the token and I'm looking at market cap, and I'm saying, okay, if I buy this token, if I put $1,000 in this and I buy this token, I'm going to get, $1,000 divided by 6 cents, and I'm going to get a lot of tokens. Now, for me to actually double my $1,000, the market cap for this company has to double. So it has to go from 21.8 million to 43.6 million. And it goes to 43.6 million, then I have $2,000 worth of Suku, and I would have doubled my price. So I will look at that market cap and I will think to myself, where could this company go? How far, how much upside potential do I believe I have? And I'm looking at it going, okay, if I do a double, it's 43 million. If I do a 4 times my money, if my 1,000 is supposed to turn into 4,000, then this market cap would have to, go to about 80 million. And I will look at that and I will go maybe to CoinGecko and I'll look and see what other projects have reached 80 million, and does this company have the potential to do that? And that's part of buying tokens if you're looking to have an increase in the value of that token. So obviously, people who have been buying Phoenix token at 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents, 25 cents, 30 cents, when they look at our fully diluted valuation, they're doing that math. And they're saying, well, if I buy Phoenix token now at 10 cents, then for me to double my money, that 567 million has to turn into 1.1 billion and change. Do I feel that this project has enough value there to be able to do that? And then I'll make my decision on buying that project. And of course, I'm looking at all of these other factors. And then I'm making my decision and I'm saying, okay, yeah, I believe that the Phoenix token project could be a $5 billion project, and I should make 10 times 1,000% of my money over the next 2 years, and then I buy the token. If I don't think that the token can do that, if I think the token can, go from 567 to maybe 800 million, I may not buy that token. I may buy Avalanche instead, because Avalanche is very established, a lot of press. It's doing a lot of things, and it's a token that will probably never go away. So I feel maybe a little bit more secure putting my $1,000 behind Avalanche, and maybe I'm expecting that in the next 6 months, Avalanche price can go from $24 to $40, and I'm making a 35–40% gain on my money, and I'm happy because I have security and I have a pretty decent upside. Decent upside is different from home runs. Home runs are where you turn $1,000 into $200,000. So essentially, a lot of us in the community, as we build the value behind Phoenix token, we're all set to have a home run, which if you're new to crypto and you have a home run with the first token you buy, God bless you. I've been in this for 9 years and I've had a lot of failures and I've had a few good ones, but I've never had a Phoenix token success. As a matter of fact, when we offered the 5-cent deal, I pulled $10,000 out of my crypto portfolio, turned it into USDT, and I myself bought $10,000 worth of Phoenix token at the 5-cent deal, because I see and I know what we're doing, and I'm comfortable with what Phoenix is going to do. Now, what's going to happen next week is this, and this is why, and I know some of you weren't happy about this, but I will explain to you how what we're doing is going to be tremendously beneficial for every single person who has bought Phoenix for a future profitable exit. When we do our vesting, and it's important for everyone to understand this, Miracle Cash and More has already built its technology. We already built Miracle Pay. We didn't need more money to finish Miracle Pay. It's already been funded. It's already been built. And it's so good that we're able to secure a deal with a company that has 40 million accounts worldwide. So we're not doing the token for that reason. Our token is the lifeblood of the company, and we love to build the Phoenix price up to sky high, but we're not doing it to raise money. For a minimum of 4 years, there will be no tokens sold by Miracle to pull that out of the market. We will only invest more into Phoenix. So what will happen is we will do the vesting contract early next week. It probably will show up on CoinMarketCap at the end of next week. What are we doing? Well, we as a company, we're putting away most of our own tokens. And as you know, everyone in the pre-sale will be in the vesting schedule, which you're going to get paid every single month for a long time. And when you have a 50x or 100x, trust me, it's going to be very exciting for you. So what are we doing? Well, we're putting into the smart contract that we can't touch our coins for the next 3.5 years. We're only allowing 220 million coins to be in circulation. So according to investment strategy, someone who's looking at us, we're going to be dropping from a $560 million market cap to a $22 million market cap. We're going to be dropping from 5.55 billion coins in circulation to 220 million coins in circulation. Now, remember what I was saying, that when I look at a coin, I'm looking at a coin in many different ways, right? I'm looking at circulating supply. I'm looking at liquidity. I'm reading the white paper. I'm going to the social media. I'm checking out the company. And there were so many people that did that with Phoenix, and they were buying Phoenix at a 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 million market cap. And now all of a sudden, that market cap goes from those numbers down to 22 million after we lock. So now we have set the stage for something that I believe is going to be absolutely fantastic for everyone. Because those who evaluated us and thought we were a good buy at 550 million, when they see 22 million, what does that do to their enthusiasm about this project? If they thought that we could double from 550 million to 1.1 billion, how are they going to feel about doubling from 22 million to 42 million, or going 4 times to 88 million? It's a lot easier to go from 22 million market cap to 44 million market cap than going from 5.5 billion, 550 million market cap to 1.1 billion market cap. If I buy Bitcoin right now, I don't know, Ray, can you pull up a Bitcoin? Okay, if I buy Bitcoin right now at $69,000 or $70,000, and the market cap is what? Bitcoin's market cap is like half of the market cap for the entire crypto industry. All the coins together are about half, and Bitcoin's the other half. Ray is looking it up, but it could be $1 trillion. It could be something like that. It could be $1 trillion market cap. So for me to double my money with Bitcoin, it have to go, if it's $1 trillion, it has to go to 2 trillion. It could be the whole industry at $1 trillion. It could be 500 billion market cap for Bitcoin or something like that. I'm not sure. Okay, Bitcoin, 2.4 trillion. So for me to double my money in Bitcoin,
I'm sorry, 1.3.
1.3, it would have to go to 2.6 trillion from 1.3 trillion. When you look at those big numbers, of course, you're saying probably a lot easier for Phoenix token to go from 22 to 44 than for me to double my money in Bitcoin. There were people in the beginning of the Bitcoin story, obviously, that had that experience of having thousands and thousands of percentage increase in their dollars by owning Bitcoin in the beginning. But now it's about looking at great projects. So when you look at what we're going to be in the tokenomics and you look at what we are in our white paper, that 22 million doesn't make any sense at all. So that's going to attract people. They will look at the white paper and they want to, of course, know that 5.55 billion, when is that going to be out in the market? And because we did such a really amazing vesting contract, and that 5.5 is years and years out, it creates the best of both worlds. And I'm going to show you some amazing math so you can understand what that would be like for you as a pre-sale buyer. Now, I've been thinking about this, and it really goes back to that with, our story as a company, we are doing something no one's ever done before. So no one can compare this journey to a journey they've had with any other company. It's unique. It's hard as hell. And it's so big and so massive that it's just such a unique project. And we've been through things together. We are owners. Community, us here, Melanie, Ray, me, Ed, Alexandra, Christine, everyone who's working, we're all in the same group. We are all owners of this company. And when we launch a new project, it's your project. It's not our project. It's not us pitching something to other people. This is us launching a project that you guys own. The success of this project will make everything you own worth 100 times more, 1,000 times more. And that's what I'm going to kind of cover with you guys so you understand how it connects to what you already have. A successful Phoenix can create wealth for node owners and share owners like you can't imagine. Now, I heard and people were saying, oh, another node, why do I need another node? What is this about? And I sort of realized, like, okay, we need to explain this because this is an absolutely amazing strategy to increase the price of Phoenix. And there's going to be some amazing things that you guys will actually see on this call as well. But the contract with Miracle Pay Node and Phoenix is that Miracle Pay Node is committed by contract to add $20 million of liquidity to Phoenix. Now, I'm going to explain what liquidity is because that's a little bit of a tricky thing, and it's maybe a little bit hard to understand, but take some notes, watch this again, and the more you hear it, the more you can kind of understand it. The response in the market when we add $20 million to a token that has a 220 million float, and probably by the time we reach that number, it'll be a little bit more bigger circulating supply, and but yet in that, with the combination of what we're doing, the legitimacy of our contracts and the project, we anticipate that the world, the market will respond in kind and come in with about $50 million in liquidity for Phoenix. The combination of this strategy and these two together changes the life of every single person who's involved in our project. And this project is designed to do that. If I were to say what's the visual I see that we're standing in front of the door and there's wealth on the other side, and this project is the door, and we're reaching out and pulling that handle down to walk through that door. What else is the strength of Phoenix? Well, Phoenix is a utility token, and it's tied into our Web3. It's tied into Cashflow NFT. We're adding it to our crypto card. And as soon as we do that, we're going to pay commissions in Phoenix. Don't worry, you can cash it out right away. You can keep it. It's up to you. But if you get $100 in Phoenix, when you send it to your card, you'll have $100 minus the fee for the card in cash. But it involves Phoenix in everything we do. And when Phoenix is involved in everything we do, tokens that are tied to companies and to exchanges are very successful tokens and very stable tokens. So when we look at the real world assets, we know that we just launched a crypto debit card. We signed a contract with one of the biggest merchant account processing companies in the world with active 40 million accounts. They transact for Walmart, Dollar Store, In-N-Out Burger. I mean, they are everywhere. Now you have our company that we own in a partnership with a company that's been building its customer base for over 30 years. Now, this is one thing that I think that people don't understand about this. In 2018, Hakan decided, I'm going to build, the first thing I'm going to do for Miracle Cash and More is I'm going to build a switch. Because I have a vision. This is me speaking as him, of course. I have a vision that we will have a transactional company that will be doing millions of transactions a day across the world. And if we are going to do that, we need to build the switch. What is the switch? Okay, you're at Walmart and you want to pay with crypto. The machine pulls up the crypto solution. You go through the steps and you pay for your products. The retailer has an admin panel where he's decided what happens to that crypto when the crypto is sent. So Miracle Cash and More, we have the front end, which is how you interact with the machine. Our software lives on the Ingenico machines. They are pre-installed on the Ingenico machines. Now, once it goes through, that's when the switch is doing the work. The merchant has decided that he wants the money to be deposited into his bank account right away. So he sets his admin panel, says, okay, convert to local currency, send it to this bank account. The switch does that job. Or he may decide, I don't want to convert to local currency. I want to convert to USDT and hold it in my crypto wallet instead of the bank account. The switch will do that job. We're the only company on the planet that we know of that has the front end and the back end. Now, there's things that will be added to this that will make our company so unique that I believe there won't be a company that can reach the level that we're on and truly compete with us. That then is the genius of Hakan. That then was what I saw when Hakan was presenting to me his vision, and I bought into it, and here we are. So that vision started several years ago. It's becoming real. Being able to tie into a company that has 40 million accounts. Let me take you guys through what it would take to get one account. Because I've done this work. I've gone B2B, walked into stores, asked for the owner, saying, hey, as the owner here, want to have a meeting or whatever you come up with, right? It's like you don't really know what to say because the owner could be the one you're talking to. And sometimes it is the owner and they won't reveal that they are the owner because they don't want to be sold something. If you're lucky enough to find someone that day they feel friendly, they feel nice and they want to give you a chance, then maybe you'll get an appointment. Maybe sometime next week, 3 o'clock, you get back in your car, you do whatever, you come back next week, 3 o'clock, and you talk to the clerk, and the clerk says, oh, I'm sorry, the owner isn't here. They had to run on some emergency. Because the owner doesn't care about you. So you work, and finally you get an appointment, you pitch your deal. And, you know, what I was doing was merchant account processing. So I had to pitch a deal to make that store want to switch from what they have to something new. And it was extremely hard to get one account. Here we are, because of what was built by Hakan. We're able to, with the strike of a pen, connect and have a foot in the door of 40 million stores around the world. We have another contract that's coming this week that is similar size company that will add another 30 million locations. Now, if we were out there doing the sales ourselves, you know, walk in and talk to the store and say, hey, you know, we're a crypto transactional company. Have you ever thought of, you know, being able to sell your products to people who want to pay with crypto? Oh yeah, maybe, yeah, it sounds good. Okay. It's like, okay, well, you know, here's what we do and here's the service. And all you got to do is either rent this machine or buy this machine and we get you up and running. Now, the time that takes and being able to then interest that shop owner in spending money to be in a position to accept crypto is a sale. And sometimes you can actually achieve the sale, sometimes not. But the time it would take us to do it that way, as opposed to what we just did, when the machine is already in the store and all they got to do is do an update in their software, and then boom, there we are, front page on all the machines that Ingenico has, is unbelievable. It's completely unbelievable. And it's because, and I've been saying this to everyone, because we're about to change how we transact. We're about to change how we transact. So with one contract, we got rid of all of those 40 million meetings is probably 400 million meetings or more to get in there. And it would have taken us decades. And we'd have to acquire other companies who'd also been doing it at the same time, like Ingenico has been doing for the last 3 decades. But with one contract, we're in those stores. And now how do we put ourselves in those stores 100%? Well, some of them are going to read their update emails and say, hey, now we have crypto available and you can just fill out a form and turn it on. Some of them will do that. But of course, Miracle Pay Node will fund a few $1 million to expand our active customer base through those 40 million active customers who are transacting, credit and debit cards. And we can have 1,000 people making 100,000 calls a day saying, hey, Mr. Store, or hey, Mr. Owner of shoe shop, you know that your Ingenico terminal has the option for you to accept crypto. Oh, you don't say. Yeah, I love crypto, blah, blah, blah. My nephew has crypto, and yeah. All you got to do is press this button, fill out that form, and within 30 minutes, you're set. You're up and running, and anyone who comes in the store, you can sell your products with crypto to them. Put a stick, well, I'll send you a package. You put a sticker on the door, it'll say, accept crypto here, and then you'll be able to attract people who are looking for places to spend their crypto. So you may increase your bottom line by 5%, 3%, 2%, or whatever that number is, but it's not going to cost you a dime to do it. And you're just putting yourself in a position to accept crypto. You will even be able to set up your admin panel, and you'll have your local currency wired or swifted right into your bank account within 24 hours, or maybe right away. And it's just like a debit card process. Now, and I'll take you guys a little bit further in this, because this is the beauty of what you guys own. You're owners in this new future bank. They could decide that the $1,000 that came in that week, they could decide in the admin panel to send it into the lending function of Leveler and earn a 20% APR or 30% APR, whatever that may be. They could decide to add the funds to Miracle with installments and partner with us in lending money. Not lending money, sorry, I have to rephrase myself there, but giving people tokens on their credit. Now, these retailers, instead of having their money sit in a bank account where subject to inflation, they can now start earning some really good APR on their crypto. And they could choose to do that through the admin panel. What company out there is set up to do that? I would say 0 companies are out there that have built an ecosystem that ties these all these different services to each other, where we have 1 million active customers, 2 million active customers, and they're all participating in the ecosystem, earning high APRs on their money, where before they were sending it to a bank account, it was there subject to inflation, and they were paying out 2 to 3% in credit card fees just to be able to receive money from their customers. So we're in a very unique place. I believe those of you who've been frustrated with waiting for this, when you truly understand the complexity of what it takes to do this, and that we've done it in a very unique way by having now thousands of owners of over 33% of the company, where when we could actually become a $100 billion company. And if we become a $100 billion company, then our community will be worth $30 billion. Imagine that for yourself. Imagine being part of something so powerful. so many people being in that kind of position and a community of people having the same experience, the same journey together, a community that has a heart. You know, today I got emotional because of some things that people were doing for one of our community members. They were helping her, and I was so blown away. Then we have that we're getting involved in resorts and gaming and being able to be tapping into that world. And then that world secures the Miracle Pay nodes. And what I love about it is it's a building. It's a place that you go to. It's not going anywhere. And it's in a very profitable industry. That industry started with, like, you know, one hotel in Nevada, and it built a city around it. So we all know what that is. And that to me is the strength and the anchor of this new project. And I think this is kind of the key, is I know that I could not build something that would be able to land a deal with two companies that have together over 70 million active accounts. I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy who builds Miracle Pay. I mean, I see it and I see what's been done. And when you see it, it makes all the sense in the world, but it comes from a guy who built a credit product that no one thought of. And when he turned it on, it did $1 billion in 3 months. It comes from that guy's head, Hakan. And now it's proven who he is through this deal. It doesn't happen if we don't have the goods. It doesn't happen. So it's tied to real business. It's a company is real business, and you own a piece of that. So if you can't build it yourself, you gotta find the guy who built it and get a piece of it by buying a piece of it. That's the deal. New contract coming this week. Online casino gaming. Now, a lot of you maybe don't understand why we're bringing out a new token node, and, you know, what about the other one? And aren't they both the same? And of course, these are legitimate questions, and there could be some confusion there. And I'm going to explain to you what this does for you. First of all, you know, when I was talking about this, I sort of left out the real strategy of these tokens. The real strategy of these tokens, the real strategy of these nodes, is to bring Phoenix up to levels that are unbelievable. And when we do, we're all wealthy to a certain degree. So here's the math on one node. If Phoenix goes to $5 by adding all that liquidity to Phoenix, obviously now drawing down the market cap to 22 million, which gives us a much better profile of going to $5. If it does that, and someone has one node running for 30 months and they never sell their tokens, then that node earns over $11,000. You turn $700 into $11,000 by keeping your money in the node instead of keeping your money in the bank. So makes kind of logical sense to keep some of your money in nodes instead of the bank, because in the bank, again, It's losing money because of inflation. Target price, if we can bring it to $10, then one node after 30 months, again, not selling the tokens, $20,000. Then we get into not easy to achieve numbers, but why not look at it to see what happens? $35,000, one node from $20 Phoenix price. $30 Phoenix price, one node after 30 months, 50,000. Now, I tell you, when we say that this is what we're doing, and we can accomplish 20 million of liquidity into Phoenix, that's what they think will happen. It's possible. But even at $5, it's an incredible result. Then we played around with packages, 5K package at $5, 105,000. 10K package at $5, 210,000. 25K package, that's 44 nodes in the special, 30 months, 513,000. We only took it to 10 because these numbers are incredible. 182,000, 364,000, 891,000. Now, if you look at the bottom here, and this is my point. This is our company again, and this is our project. The Miracle Pay nodes is our project. As owners, this is us. We own this. Why do we care? We care because this project affects Phoenix, because we're putting liquidity into Phoenix. We're expanding the Miracle Pay network of customers. We're investing into that, and we're building a casino. Now, those of you who bought the Miami package, some of you have been sort of disappointed because things changed and you believe you should have had your coins all at once. And we would have loved to give 1.1 billion coins out if we could do that and bring Phoenix to $10. But we knew we couldn't bring Phoenix to $10 if 1.1 billion coins was sitting out there. It would be a $10 billion coin, and people just wouldn't invest in Phoenix that easily with that kind of market cap. So what we did was we set up a vesting contract where you get Phoenix every month. Well, let's look at that at a $10 Phoenix. It's about 600,000 Phoenix. So your vesting contract would have a $6 million value. If the vesting contract runs 15 years, that would pay out a monthly $33,300. Can you survive on that? And I can tell you, it wouldn't happen unless we did what we did, Melanie. It wouldn't happen unless we did what we did, right? Now it can happen, and we can make it happen. We can make it happen. It's ours to create. I'm going to talk a little bit about Italy because, we shared DCF again, and I think there's some level of disbelief with how these things go. But again, Yahoo's trying to buy Google for $3 million. A year later, they're offering $3 billion. Okay? So we're in that space. We're in the technology space. There's an insane amount of leverage. We're in basically transaction. We're in the same space that traditional industry like banking is. It's an insane amount of profit in this space. So again, Italy shares are still for sale. And what the DCF value on that is estimated at $38,000. Can you get $38,000 out of Italy today? No. If you could, we wouldn't be selling it for, what is it, 1,000?
No.
We wouldn't be selling it for 1,000. Same thing as Google wasn't selling their company for 3 million. But as we now are getting to that place where Italy becomes a bond, and the bond will become shares, and we're continuously, obviously, expanding our services and our company into Europe, then you're seeing that this will eventually land in a broker account where you have shares of Metaterra, and then that Italy will be worth a lot of money in share value. But not only that, it's not just Italy, it's also everything that we've been building and added to the value of Italy, because when you own Italy, you own shares of the company, and the company owns Web3, Phoenix, Metaterra, Turkey, Cyprus, the Phoenix Hera Resorts, Miracle Media, Miracle Pay, worldwide. Anyone who owns Italy owns every country in the world that Miracle is going to do business in, including United States. So is that a valuable asset? Better believe it. Why am I talking about that? Well, I'm going to talk about this real quick because we have added some things, because here's the thing. This is the moment. This is it. We're there, but we're not past the finish line yet. What we've done is absolutely incredible. We have a few more steps to go. And this project was something that, we had envisioned for a while anyway. It was about adding liquidity to Phoenix. It was about being proactive in creating a Phoenix price that surpassed $5, $10, $20. But how do you do that? You build a product that creates that. So a $700 node, we said it pays $1 a day in Phoenix. Again, $1 a day in Phoenix means that dollar, if you keep the Phoenix, can increase because we're increasing the price of Phoenix. So we decided to add Italy to the packages.
Wow.
So we're adding additional nodes, we're adding Italy. So anyway, anyone who buys 4 nodes also gets an Italy. So that's shares in the company, that's ownership. And as you go down these packages, 8 nodes, 2 Italy, $5,000 package. We already showed you what 8 nodes can do when Phoenix reaches $10, but now you also have 2 Italys that have a DCF valuation of $38,000. You guys obviously understand that we're pushing November to be our big month. And it's about us walking through that door to wealth. That's what it is. You support our project, you support yourself. You support what you already own. Because Phoenix goes up, your shares value go up, your nodes payment, it all connects. This is not one thing, it all connects to everything. 10,000 package, you get 5 Italys, 2 extra nodes, $25,000 package. And I just had a vision of people sitting out there, and if you guys aren't absolutely floored with this, this is me. This is the best I can do. And if this doesn't absolutely blow your mind, it should. $25,000 package, 11 Italy, 3 bonus.
Italy. For the record.
$50,000 package, 24 Italys. You're like, that makes you a big shareholder of the company. Extra nodes. We're getting up to the bigger package, 100,000, 50 Italys. 250,000, 6 bonus nodes, 105 Italy. 500,916 nodes, 7 bonus nodes, 220 Italy's, $1 million package, 500 Italy's. I did the math on that. I did 500 times 38. It was $19 million DCF value, not counting all the other value that's added to Italy, and you become a major shareholder of the company. So I'm going to turn it over to Ray. I hope that what this was about was to really help everyone understand this project and understand how unique it is and understand how special it is, and also understand how incredibly difficult it was to get here, but we are here. We haven't fully crossed that finish line. This is not a time to stop. This is not a time to be, hesitant or shy. This is a time to celebrate. This is a time to push. This is a time to make sure that you become wealthy. Talk about this, buy nodes, sell nodes. That's what this is about. This is it. And I'm going to turn it over to Ray. And I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Wow, wow, and wow. Yeah, when we were going over the Italy's yesterday and he brought that out, I was like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Like, I was like, I don't know about that, but you know what? This is truly kind of like the Mason-Dixon line. The month of November is going to be our record month. We have a little event coming up in a few weeks. We've been building for this event for about 5-6 months. This is our third event. The two events that we did, it's our two-year anniversary of our first event. That's why we're heading back to Las Vegas. Okay. And for those of you who do not know, drum roll, anyone who goes to this Vegas event, December 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, they're going to get one of these nodes just for showing up, just for being in the room, which is also crazy. I couldn't believe they're doing that, and Akan wanted to do something special. So anyone who registers and goes to the event will get one of these Hera nodes. So congratulations for the ones that are already going. Also, another thing that we're going to announce, but I'm not going to give away the carrot today, but I will say this. We've added another special giveaway for everyone who attends Vegas. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it has a $2,000 value. And again, that's not a raffle. That's not a 1 out of 100 giveaway. That's everyone who shows up sitting in that chair. It's not like you did something miraculous. You got to Vegas. Oh, wow. You should be wanting to go to Vegas anyway. But second, to be there at the event, one, you're going to get one Heron node. So it's going to pay you for life. And second, another special giveaway. We're going to be giving away there at the event with a $2,000 value just for being there. So this is crazy. I got a message. Let me see, from Pam. Hi, Ray. I bought a $10,000 package yesterday. Congratulations for that. Will I be able to get the 5 Italy's? Yes. Whoever did get whoever bought a Hera node has also, I know we've had a lot of buyers the last couple of days. Whoever bought the Hera node will also get the Italy that we just announced right now. So congratulations.
Also, I want to kind of jump in real quick. Okay, so we get a couple of one of the things that people don't understand. What's the difference? Well, this node is tied to the resort casino. That's one difference. This node has a higher payment from Miracle Pay.
Yeah.
This node has no ceiling to how much it can make. So this node can pay 150 a month, 300 a month. It has no ceiling to what it can pay. The main difference here is obviously with the packages, you get the Hera stuff, and it's a lesser price node, and the node price will not increase. Our original node is now $3,000. That was an amazing opportunity for those who got in at 1,000. But that node is now 3, and it's going to increase and increase and increase. Another thing that everybody needs to understand, all the beta points that you're receiving during the time that you were running your nodes are going to convert into Phoenix tokens. Those tokens will be delivered to you on a schedule because there's like 60 million of them. And we're seeing ourselves increasing, the Phoenix price increasing, and it's going to be a substantial amount of payments that are coming there. What's the difference? Well, the difference is this. If you already have the other nodes, well, okay, you have the other nodes. You can get other nodes that are attached to this system, which is a higher commission from Miracle Pay, and it's also tied into the resort business. So that's where this is going. The other node is tied into the Web3. So that's a different system, a different rail than this node is. This node helps your other node because this node specifically helps Phoenix increase in price. So if you have enough nodes, you bought enough nodes, you don't want any more, I understand. But the more of these we sell as a company, as a community, as a collective, the higher the price Phoenix can be pushed. And then the nodes, the tokens you've been earning with the other nodes will basically increase by 5, by 10 times, by 20 times. And you're making way more money from your original nodes because you've been paid in Phoenix. So this project helps every other project. So that's, I hope, is clear.
Yeah. So I hope you got that. Just by purchasing one of these nodes, it helps the Phoenix price. So again, I'm getting more messages. Yes, for those of you who bought the Phoenix Hera node, even if it was on the first day, you will be rewarded the Italy. So don't worry, whoever got this node, you will have the Italy, even if it was prior to today. I'm getting flooded with private messages. Yes, so congratulations for that, and I can't believe they're doing that. So again, in Vegas, you get there, you get one of these Hera nodes, which pays you for the rest of your life. Second, we are announcing, we're doing a special giveaway there. For everyone who's going to be in Vegas, we'll get something additional to this Hera node with a $2,000 value. It's going to be a party there. It is. It's going to be a really party. I just got word we're almost sold out on the host hotel. So get signed up immediately. Immediately. They're flying. So get there. You can reserve the hotel without being registered yet. I'm also getting questions like that. Go ahead, reserve the hotel. You can get registered later. But get on miraclecash.events.com, get registered for the event. The event will also be, the price of the event will also be going up soon. So get on it, get registered. What I want to do is real quick, if you've been with us for a while, or maybe you're brand new and are listening in and have those butterflies in your stomach going, wow, how do I get one of these? How do I get to Vegas? How do I purchase a Hera node? I'm going to be holding a special training this Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific. Normally it's called Level Up with Ray, but we're going to open up for anyone who wants to come on board. See, we have an affiliate program attached to this company, to where, long ago when me and Micah were putting this together, we never wanted the excuse of somebody saying, wow, I want to be an investor, but I just don't have the money. We never wanted that to be an excuse. So we created an affiliate program to where you could use a little bit of sweat equity and go to work and help expand the word of this story of our company of Miracle Cash and Cashflow Story, and really take the products to the marketplace and earn a commission, and also earn overrides on some commission. So we're going to do a special training this Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to go over, like, if you're brand spanking new, how in the next 3 weeks, you can make roughly, just with duplicating some simple concepts, around $8,000. So that buys you a $5,000 package and should get you to Vegas. Okay, so we're gonna map that out on Monday, and it's gonna be pretty simple. But we're looking for people who are ready to run, who's excited, who's got that fire in their belly, who already have got names in their head as Micah was going over all this information, going, oh my God, I got to show this person would like it. It's going to be all about just going out there and exposing, really not about sales, but exposing. And we're going to, I'll explain that in detail. Ed and I will on Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Get on there and be ready to work. In the next 3 weeks, you can create an income that's not only going to pay you for the rest of your life, get to an event that's even going to pay you for getting to that event. It is a no-brainer. So get everyone on your team into this training, and that's all I have. So I'm going to push it back to Micah. We'll see you on Monday.
Hey, Ray, if I
Okay, everyone, so we're going to
I
wrap things up. So this is basically a project that is helping everyone. I hope the training was good for you. I got a question about the company locking its tokens. The company would only use the tokens that would be available to it to invest in something that's going to increase the value of the project anyway. So that is would be the reason that company uses any tokens. It would use the tokens to increase the value of the token itself, not to take value out of the token. The nodes, and again, I go back to this. We have built this company together. The collective owns 33% of the company. The company now is set for worldwide expansion. We will start taking on customers through Ingenico and Leveler and all that. And this month is still a part that you can help and support the company by supporting this project, whether you're buying nodes, selling nodes, or moving nodes. That is the last month's push. So it's helping the company for the last 2 months to push. Then the company will support you for the rest of your life. And with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. So thanks a lot. And take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care, everyone.
Recording stop.